Hey guys, in this week's episode of Ask the Academy, we got a really good question that somebody asked about what's the difference in the significant changes between training during the season and the off season? And to us here at BVSA, that's kind of an obvious answer, but it's a good one because not everybody may thinking about the differences. So during the season, the mental part of the game is so important, and you don't want to get in your players' heads too much. You want to make sure they're staying confident. And we try to work on simple little tweaks and timing things. But when the off season comes, now it's time for what I call reconstructive surgery. Let's assess the entire season and go through the whole thing and sit down with the player and say, okay, what went wrong, what went right, and get into the specifics of it. What pitches weren't you handling? What balls were giving you trouble defensively? What pitches weren't you able to execute? What was getting hit? What wasn't? And then you could really break things down and get back to the basics and get into the mechanics, because there's no game coming up this weekend. Because if you have a kid in the middle of a season and you're trying to really reconstruct their mechanics, and as much as we'll remind them, okay, what we worked on today, you got to rep it out, and then when you get into the batter's box, you got to throw it out and just go compete. It's tough. Most players will get into the batter's box or stand on the mound or whatever they'll be thinking. So now is the time in the off season to do that reconstructive surgery and really break it down and take it step by step and eliminate those old habits, reinforce the new good habits, and get things ready for the next upcoming season. And one more point on that. Once you get those right habits going and the season starts, that's when the bad habits jump back in again. And that's why you got to continue to train to tweak them and keep them right throughout the season. Hope that helps.